Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. I'm here to do a reading for the Divine Feminine in the energy of the full moon in Scorpio, coming up in just a couple of days from when I do this reading. There's not really a way to overestimate the power of a full moon in Scorpio. It's not ruled by the moon, it's ruled by Pluto and Mars. But when you put the moon and Pluto together, it's incredibly deep and it can carry with it a lot of past life energies. Also with Scorpio, we're dealing with the investigator and the eighth house of what's hidden and what you don't see, of the unknown, of the occult. It's a very mysterious house, even to most astrologers. And then we're dealing with the opposite sign of Scorpio, which is Taurus. Of course, we're in Taurus season. Anytime there's a full moon, it's opposite sign to the sun. And Taurus has the same kind of magical quality to it. It's underestimated in Taurus, the same kind of intuitive psychic knowing. But Taurus tends to want to create from that energy, to like, okay, what are we going to do with all of what we know? And Scorpio, that's not so much the job of Scorpio. It's like always wanting to go deeper and see more and go further. And Taurus with Venus energy tends to want to stay a little bit more comfortable. Nevertheless, this axis often represents for me the question of what do you really want? Now, Taurus is a Venus again. It can be about what you desire, what you want, what's valuable to you, what makes you feel valuable. But Scorpio again wants to take that much deeper and ask, okay, well, what's behind all of that? Like, what do you really want? What's really going to make you happy, satisfied, curious? It's surprising how many times I do readings, both astrological and tarot, regardless of whether we're talking romance or whatever. And I will ask the question, well, what do you want? What do you want to manifest? And people will often just say, I want to be happy, of course. But there isn't really any room for that kind of ambivalence when we're dealing with Scorpio and Taurus. They're both fixed signs, fixed water, fixed earth. It's more like, you have to know how you co-create with the universe, especially when we're dealing with the moon. If you have that kind of ambivalence, I mean, happiness is again comprised of many different things for many different people. We're talking about Taurus and Scorpio, what makes you comfortable and what actually makes you happy, and be a difference there. Anyway, in this reading, it's for the Divine Feminine. As we all know, we all have both within us. All living things on earth have divine masculine and feminine energy. These readings tend to apply more strongly depending on which energy you embody the most. I'll leave that up to you to decide, of course. It's still a general reading, so it's for anybody, any sign. You won't resonate with everything that I say. Not meant to. It is a general reading, so take what resonates as it does, if it does, and leave the rest behind. Okay, you guys, let's go with the wisdom of the oracle for Divine Feminine in the full moon in Scorpio. This full moon in Scorpio goes back to the same sign in Scorpio season of last year. It was around November the 5th. Think about that moon cycle from November till now, because that's kind of a completion. Interesting. We have Yang coming out in the Divine Feminine reading. Well, of course, that's Divine Masculine energy. Now, this can be about wanting to manifest more of that in your life, whether it's in the form of a person or within yourself. Okay. Yang energy is about taking action and taking control as well. What else for Divine Feminine? Oh, I see. We have soulmates. Okay, beautiful. So it is in the form of a person, and we have these two penguins here. Penguins mate for life. Look at these two. They're all wrapped up in hearts. On the bottom, happy, happy, mutual happiness. Just want to be happy. We both do. Okay. It's interesting. I'm just noticing that soulmates is number 41 in this deck. If I reduce it 4 and 1, you get 5. That's the Hierophant. That's Taurus energy, and that's spiritual commitment. Beautiful. Let's Let's do romance, angel. Heck, we're dealing with Venus and Mars here. Scorpio was originally ruled by Mars before they discovered Pluto. So I'm not surprised to see this soulmate energy coming out and Mars energy. We have Pluto and Mars right here. From the romance angels, getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. So this soulmate energy has recently crossed your path. Now, what do you really want? Your bond deepens. Scorpio energy. Let's get another one. Doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody new. It could be, but it's also getting deeper. And then calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Interesting. Now let's go back to that new moon in Scorpio. Maybe somebody crossed your path, or maybe you were manifesting this at that time. Could be. Could have been spending time with somebody. Okay. Let's see, where are we going to go? I'm going to do astrology at the end. I think actually, okay, we'll go to the blue deck. Why not? For divine feminine. Yeah, so maybe this bond has been deepening. We have the goddess of the moon. Beautiful to see. We're dealing with the moon, right? And divine feminine energy. So we could be talking about manifesting with that moon cycle, whether it was intentional or not. It's better if it is. Again, what do you really want? Okay. But that's calling in your soulmate. I can see that for sure. Quite a beautiful card, really. And then we have the world. Oh, I love it. The world is the last card in the major arcana. There's no tie-in, but it always marks some kind of complete cycle. And we're talking about the moon here. Now, you could be dealing with somebody at a distance. Could be as your bond deepens, right? It could be one phase of the relationship is ending and another one is beginning. Let's get another one. We have the thinking woman. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. So up in your head. Let's have another one. What a romance. Oh, wow. Again, we are dealing with Taurus energy, which is very romantic. Venus. Earth Venus. Door to Romance is number 33, which added together is number 6, which equals the Lovers, but also Empress energy with the number 3. Okay. And then Man Holding a Heart. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, this is like the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. But I mean, this is very clear. And the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Wow. That's intuition. That's the third eye. And then we have the thinking woman with the third eye. So there could be some overthinking or fears coming into play. That's for sure. Let's go. Do I want the pulp? Yeah. Let's go to the pulp. Let me see what you're leaving behind. I mean, full moons are about release, completions. The Knight of Pentacles. This is about putting the slow and steady effort into something that's going to build over time. It's a careful approach. So for some of you, whether you're embodying that yang energy yourself and you are putting something out into the world, taking your time, being very careful and meticulous with your plans. Or this could be a situation within this relationship. Okay. But same deal. A slow moving, careful approach. Okay, let's see you now. That's being released. Okay, see, I was worried about that overthinking. We have the 7 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The 7 of Swords is very tricky. It's our mind. And it is the stories that we tell ourselves. We have the thinking woman involved here. This can be about strategies for sure. But since the message I got from the thinking woman was overthinking. We'll see where that goes. But that is about making plans as well. Okay. Let's see what's coming up next for you. What actions do you want to take? Between now, say, and that in November to come, we have the Hanged Man and the King of Wands. The Hanged Man is Pisces, Major Arcana. Here's the King of Wands. I love this King of Wands. The King of Wands is very, very powerful, especially in this deck. He's my favorite one. He's standing up there full of his own passion. That is Yang energy, in full control of it. He's moving forward. He's looking at the past and watching it burn down. The Hanged Man. Now, this could be somebody around you. We'll see where that goes. Let me see the door to romance here in the surrounding energies. The Hangman's about seeing something a different way. Okay. Well, we have the Three of Cups, Scorpio energy. The Three of Cups is the door to romance. And remember I said number 33? Well, this is a number 3. This is about coming together. I mean, it's the very beginning of something. It's happy, it's flirty, it's fun. It can be about finding, I mean, we have door to romance, right? But it can be about finding a partnership or whatever this is you've been putting out into the world, finding the right people to work with, the right group, like harmonizing well with them. But for most of you, right, door to romance here. What's the challenge? What do you need? Oh, the Eight of Cups, more Scorpio energy. The Eight of Cups is my emotional pilgrimage card. It's about having the courage to walk away from things that aren't the Ten of Cups, because ultimately that's what we want. And what's missing from the Eight of Cups is, of course, the Two of Cups, soulmate, the partnership, potential outcome. Calling in your soulmate and getting to know each other. Okay, I gotta hold my necklace because I noticed it makes a lot of noise against the microphone. Oh, okay. We have the Three of Swords. Three of, I see, I knew it with this thinking woman. The Three of Swords is more air energy and it is historical. It's memories of heartbreak from the past. And generally speaking, it comes up whenever we're being asked to take a leap of faith or a risk on our own hearts again. That thinking woman came out for a reason here. Now, with the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, there could be fears around it. I already got that. That's interesting. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, Justice, Libra's Major Arcana. That's Venus energy too. And this is about harmony and balance. Oh, wow. What? Temperance and Justice coming out together on the bottom of the deck. The Temperance is the soulmate angel here. Coming in to rebalance a situation. Oh, look. What is even though? Okay, we have the Hierophant, we have Temperance, and we have Justice. I'm not even sure how to take that, you guys. Very spiritual energy guiding this situation. Well, we have soulmates here. Okay, let's see what's happening. Let's go to, I feel like I'm going to pick the deck that's hardest to find. I know it, but I do want the lights here. Yes, it is the hardest one to read. Scorpio energy on the bottom with Death and Rebirth. Interesting. I always look at the bottom of the deck. I just shuffle after each reading and put them away, but it's interesting. It often will go through reading. Okay, in the recent past, the Two of Wands. This is about stepping foot onto a whole new path, remember? And there's that slow approach, that very careful, very meticulous approach of the Knight of Pentacles. And that's currently being released, though. This is about making a choice to go after a new adventure. As I always point out in the light seer here, she's in her living room at home, looking out at the path that lay ahead. Still a bit in contemplation. Okay. Let's have another one with the Two of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about seeds that have been planted and what you've been working towards. Whether that's energy you've invested into a situation with another person here, or it could be an endeavor for you. We are dealing with Pentacles, Taurus energy. This is about investment. Okay. Then I see the Nine of Swords, thinking woman, fear, anxiety, overthinking. Knew it. So Seven of Swords and where you're at now, let me see. The Moon. How interesting. Look at all the moon references. We have one here in the world. We have the goddess of the moon. And then we have the moon. Cancer energy. Okay, I believe we're dealing with the moon. And this is calling in your soulmate on this full moon in Scorpio. It could be that that is what you were doing back in November. So let me see the moon. Oh my goodness. Four of Pentacles and then the Three of Swords again. See, there's that self-protective energy. As I said, the Three of Swords is always historical, and it comes up whenever it's time for us to take a leap of faith. Let me put that Four of Pentacles there as being very protective. Let me see. Eight of Cups, which is also in the challenge. Let me see the Hanged Man with the King of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Whoa. The Ace of Wands with that King of Wands is a lot of passionate energy. This is an inspiration. This is passion, fire. It's the heart starter, that's for sure. Can I see the King of Wands? I mean, you could be moving towards a new beginning with this King of Wands. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. We have the Ten of Cups. And remember what I keep saying about the Eight of Cups being the challenge? It's like you're not willing to follow your intuition, which is odd. We have that thinking woman, overthinking. To get to the Ten of Cups, you need to take that pilgrimage that is the Eight of Cups. And it's attached here to that King of Wands. Look who it is. It's Aries with the Fool, Mars energy. So I'm saying a leap of faith onto that path. Ultimately, that is what it's going to take. No amount of thinking really covers your basis. At the end of all of the thinking, you're still stepping into the unknown. That's why it's a brand new experience. And that's the whole point. And that's the thing with Scorpio. To get deeper, you just have to be able to do that. We have so much Mars energy coming through. Okay. Let's see the Three of Cups and the surrounding energy. Whether that's your own passion, again, apply it as you will. It could be. It could be somebody around you, though, who you have a lot of passion for. Let me see that Three of Cups. We have the Star. Aquarius is major arcana. Pluto in Aquarius right now. But the Star is about what we wish for, what we really want. And what you really want is this sort of romance. Some kind of union going on here. In this Star card, she literally has an energy cord attached to the star, pulling it in. It's what she wished for. Can I see the Star? amazing. There's that leap of faith. Okay. So why is the Eight of Cups a challenge? I mean, it's that thinking woman energy. It's the Hanged Man again. There's something about the way you're looking at things or the way you're perceiving a situation. That's very interesting to me. But we do also have that very slow energy and that holding back. So what are you waiting for? The Hanged Man. What are you waiting for here? It's interesting. I mean, we do see this King of Wands taking action on what you want. Maybe what you want isn't what you thought. So it requires you looking at it a different way. It's not what you expected. That could totally be. No. No. It's the Two of Cups. It's there in the challenge with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Cups. That's so interesting. Because in your next steps, King of Wands, Ten of Cups. It's about seeing it differently. We're going to go deeper into that King of Wands because something about that person, which is who you're headed towards here. What's the Three of Swords? Ooh, that really didn't want to come out. We have the Chariot and the Empress, divine feminine energy there, Taurus and Libra, and the Chariot, more Cancer energy. We had Mars in Cancer for 8 months, which is just ridiculous. And I believe it happened back in November. Interesting. It retrograded, so there couldn't be movement forward. The Chariot is about getting into alignment with all of you, the light side, the dark side, right? The shadows and the light, whatever that is. It's the whole picture for you. And unless you get into alignment with it, how can you manifest it? Let me see why the Three of Swords coming up here. It's blocking the, yeah, oh my gosh, the sun. I was going to say it's blocking the vision. And the sun, we have the moon, right? The sun is about clarity. It's about happiness and joy and freedom and creativity. Look at her. This is my Woodstock version. She's like out there basking in the sun, totally free, out of that Three of Swords. And that's the opportunity. We have strong Leo energy coming through. One more on the sun, and then I'm grabbing a different deck because we definitely need to see, I mean, this strategizing here. Be careful with that. Yeah. Nine of Swords here. Overthinking. Anxiety. Trying to stay ahead of a situation. This is strategy. Seven of Swords in the heart is strategy. What's the fear? Nine of Swords. What's the fear? The Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The Queen of Pentacles is very stable. She can take care of herself. She knows what's good for her. And the fear could be that what you want isn't good for you, Taurus energy. So maybe Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords, this protectiveness, you're trying to say that it isn't what you want. Because Seven of Swords is telling you, just trying to trick your own mind. But you can't do that. Not when you've got these kinds of energies around. But you're like, yeah, I know what's good for me. Fair enough. Let me see the Queen of Pentacles. Know what you want. But is it good for me, you say? Ten of Cups right there with the thinking woman. You're like, I'm pretty good on my own, though. Nine Swords, Nine Cups. You could be afraid that it's just about indulgence because we have the Ace of Wands with the Hanged Man. And the King of Wands, right? Let's have one more. Nine of Cups. These two came out again. What? The Hierophant and Temperance. The Hierophant is Archangel Michael energy. This is the soulmate angel. We have soulmates here. We have Two of Cups in the challenge. Interesting. I mean, it looks to me like the angels win, right? The Hierophant, Taurus. This is about commitment and beliefs and values. Very spiritual energy. Nine of Cups. Okay, I get it. Look at you guys. The Hierophant and Temperance. I knew the Hierophant was soulmates. And we have soulmate. Wow, it's very powerful. No wonder the Three of Swords is coming out. Let's go to the wild unknown for a minute. And I see your strategy here with that Seven of Swords, because you're planning to get your Two of Cups. It's the Knight of Pentacles, playing the long game. Interesting. Moving forward, yeah. There's the Chariot. Cancer. That is what you're doing here, and that is at the end, too. Can I see your King of Wands? It's the King of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And then the Seven of Swords, and I love this Seven of Swords. That's my foxy fox. You see these 6 swords above him there? That's what you're allowed to know. Underneath him is a sword that's hidden. The strategy. This little fox has one eye open, but still, the King of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles. So it can be about you seeing them a different way. Seeing them as the King of Pentacles because you're seeing them as the King of Wands. Is that making sense? I hope so. And that's where your overthinking and your fear is coming from, I believe. Let me see the Fool. Okay. The Ten of Wands, yeah. One more. The Fool. The Eight of Cups. Come on. Third time. And this Eight of Cups is very interesting. In the wild unknown, it's one of the few depictions where all of those cups are broken. There is no going back. Look at that black mountain. It's over. Whatever this Fool energy, whatever you're leaving behind, it's over. Let me see the Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. The overthinking. Let me see. Nine of Swords. But yeah, like I said, I think you're afraid of what you feel here. I'm not surprised. We have the Tower, Aquarius, Scorpio energy. I say I'm not surprised because the Tower comes along when we're trying to control the things we can't. This is dropping away of any kind of illusion. This can be about sudden change or sudden realizations. Let's get one more. The Tower. Judgment and the Emperor. Judgment keeps coming out. Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. See all those blackbirds at the bottom of the card? That's the past. And that is the bird of freedom rising out of there, reinvented. We have divine masculine right here. Venus and Mars. We have right here Emperor and Empress. Judgment is kind of a resurrection energy as well. Let me see one more on Judgment. It's the Star. We have the Star right there in your surrounding energy attached to this King of Wands. That's what you truly wish for. And then the Knight of Cups, beautiful. We have a couple of knights here. So what's leaving behind is this Knight of Pentacles. And we step into the Knight of Cups, which is allowing your heart to be open, saying what you truly feel. And Nine of Cups was your fear. I get that too. Because you're like, well, if it's not going to be good for me, I don't care how I feel. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, it can be a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot of passion. Let me get one more on your King of Wands, Ten of Cups, because that's who you see. The thinking woman, the Queen of Swords. She is the thinking woman. This is my been there, seen that queen. Yeah, that's why, right? All of the swords. Often she's a divorcee, but nevertheless, she's learned lessons the hard way. She's attached to the Fool, which is attached to this King of Wands and Ten of Cups. I don't want to be dumb. I want to make a smart choice. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. One more. The Three of Cups. I getcha. Every time. And this is a good example always here. See how all three of those swords have, well, maybe you can't make it out, but they all have different hilts, meaning different experiences. This Queen of Swords has been through a lot. And obviously you find this person incredibly attractive, right? So you could be afraid for some of you. You know, the Three of Cups isn't always a romantic third party, but it can be. You can be afraid that everybody sees this person that way. Judgment. Yeah. The Page of Swords. So you're holding back and you're being very careful here. You're watching closely. Okay. Let me see the King of Wands. And the lights here. How does the King of Wands feel? The Hermit, Virgo's major arcana. Interesting. The King of Wands and the Hermit are almost opposite energies. Let's have one more with the Hermit. Because the Hermit goes within to soul search, to really think to themselves, what do they want? But that could be you coming. Oh, okay. It's the Emperor. I mean, these are very serious kings coming through. Knight of Swords is communication. Let me have one more. Thinking woman here. The Ten of Wands. Okay, it already came out attached over here, right? At the Fool? No, attached to the Queen of Swords. Okay. Taking that leap of faith is the burden. That's why the Tower is here. 9 swords, 9 swords, 10 wands, 10 wands. You both could be in this energy. You absolutely both could be in this energy. 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Passion, action, movement. Okay, let's get a few astrology cards. This could be astrological energy in your chart, somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. There's that Scorpio energy, debilitated or discomfort, right? But is it good for you? Okay. The North Node. Oh, I love this. The North Node is our destined path. It has to do with our soul's future. So again, we have so much destiny attached to this. Could be that something's pulling you towards out of your comfort zone, which is the South Node, and asking you to step into a different energy. Let's see. Another one. We have the Vesta, or the Hearth, which always reminds me of a Taurus-like energy. It's like the home, the fire that burns within. Another one. Wow, are they ever coming out? The ninth house, Sagittarius house, the house of exploration. There could be travel. We have a lot of chariots out here, and we have the ninth house. And on the bottom of the deck is the descendant, which is the opposite sign of our rising sign or our ascendant. It sits on the cusp of the seventh house. It's the partner. It's the other. And we have soulmate. This can be an invitation. But soulmates are meant to do this, right? To challenge our perceptions. Let me see. And then we have dignified or strength. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Cups is a pretty dignified. And the Empress. Okay. So let's go. We've already done the Romance Angels. Should we do a true love reading card? Sure. What do we have? The Garden. That's beautiful. The King and the Queen of Pentacles working together to cultivate something. Okay. Oh, we have the distorted feminine. There's what I'm saying about that thinking woman. It's fear. It's the inability to step into vulnerability, and I get that too. Queen of Swords is very smart. Like I said, she's come by that wisdom honestly. But the distorted feminine, again, it can be that fear of being out of control. Let's have one more. And then we have sexuality. Interesting. Wonder, because we have the Ace of Wands attached to the King of Wands. That is a very sexual energy. Interesting. Okay, let's go to, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it does seem like you're afraid of that. Three of Swords. Let's get some talisman. Consider these to be like power words that you can take away from the reading with you. If they resonate, of course. What do we have, please, for Divine Feminine? What an interesting reading. Got very psychological, and I'm not surprised. One more, please. Dealing with Scorpio energy. We have knowledge. Queen of Swords. What you've learned. We have change. There's the Hanged Man energy, right? It's changing the way you see things. Could be changing the way you see yourself. Mindfulness, okay. And then we have success. Chariot is also a card about success and getting what you want. For some of you, right? I said this can be about putting your passions out into the world. And then we have navigation and overcome fear. Navigation is that Seven of Swords. That's the strategy that you're employing. All right, let's close this reading with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so certainly take it only as it resonates. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Soulmates, Emperor and Empress. I see, I won't keep going on, but I do feel like you're afraid to believe. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims. It simply allows and it gives. Empress energy. And then, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Now, this could be you, because you have the Ten of Cups attached to that King of Wands. And it can be, like I said, I feel a lot of mirroring energy here, of course. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. One more. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Feel like you already know them, King of Wands. Forgiveness. I couldn't say it any better. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords all over the place. You know what? We have the Three of Swords come out 3 times, which is what? Nine of Swords, right? Let's get a message for you from your King of Wands. Definitely take these with a grain of salt, of course. This deck is pretty cute, but it's a little quirky. Okay. Okay, well, that's not quirky. Because I love you. 10 of Cups. I'm stuck. My finances are a mess. Okay. 7 of Pentacles back here. One more. Having you in my life is a blessing, and it's hard to be just friends. Okay, that could apply for some of you. All right, anything else? Should we close it with a moon card? We've come this far, you guys. Let's do it. For the Divine Feminine, what is the moon message? New moon in Cancer. Relax. I'm sorry. Because 9 of Swords all over the reading, and it's like, and the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles knows what's good for her. And it's like, let yourself be happy. Yeah, new moon in Aries. Go for it. Whatever that is for you. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I love you guys. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped you in some way. I'll do a reading for the Divine Masculine coming up soon. Happy full moon in Scorpio. I know it's deep. See you soon, guys. Namaste.